Hello and welcome to yet another episode of how to use ChatGPT to improve not just your GCSE English language, but any of your GCSEs or A-levels this exam season. So today I'm going to show you a really good time-saving technique, which will help when it comes to revising your frameworks and how to create really simple drag and drop answers that will go into any question and get you some marks. Because we all know the biggest problem we have is when our brains freeze up. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. So here we go. So today I've given it a task as per usual. I've said create a series of drag and drop sentences and mini paragraphs which could easily apply and boost my some responses to Edexcel GCSE English Language Papers 2's question 3. How does a writer engage the reader using language and structure? Now, of course, you will change that to suit anything you want. It doesn't matter whether this is English literature, AQA, or even biology, or chemistry, or geography, or history. This can do it all. So just change that bit there. And when it gets to the do include, I've said examples of where I might like to add things, including what to look for briefly in a non-fiction text from the 20th and 21st century. Again, you are going to change that to suit you. Whatever grade you're getting, whatever course you're going for, okay? So what's really important is that ensure you've used my required framework for answers to guide you, which is called T's times 3. Now, your tutors and teachers are going to have their own frameworks they want you to follow, so make sure you do that. But you're welcome to use mine until then. It's called T's, stands for topic and technique, evidence, answer and analyze, and symbolises or suggests, which I've done before. So if you need any more on that, there are a few videos I've done on this particular topic. Or you can pause it and read it here and it explains it. And as per usual, I've said don't include American English, any sample texts, because we need to make sure these responses are generic, and or over 5 suggestions. And I said context, I'm about to paper 2 exam, you'll change that of course. I need some great filler pieces to help me construct a grade 5 to 9 answer. I'm currently between grades 2 and 4, so please ensure you use simple terms to explain. Now, interestingly enough, the first time I asked her to do this, it didn't do it right. And which is really important to notice, because when you come to use ChatGPT for any of these things, you have to have enough about you that tells you when ChatGPT has done it wrong. And I noticed here it's given me these boosters, it's focused more on improving what I've already got, and then it started hallucinating quotes from an imaginary text, which I didn't want. So I actually told it, I said, can you generate please, your focus should be on the answer and analyze, answer and analyze section, and you shouldn't be hallucinating quotes for me. So it said, yeah, absolutely. And it did it much better. So it gave me lots and lots of really good kind of middle of an answer texts, which are easy to drag and drop. I'll give you an example. Here's a language one. This engages the reader. Motive and persuasive techniques. This engages the writer having strong feelings of anger, sympathy, or guilt. When a writer uses emotional, persuasive language to make the issue feel urgent and personal, which can encourage the reader to care more or even take action. It symbolises how the writer wants to emotionally involve the reader, not just inform but move them. Now, this is good. Would I give this a grade 9? No. Would I even give it a grade 6? Probably not. But I would be close to giving this close to kind of a low grade 4. But you're not just going to drag and drop this, you're going to add around it. This is just there to help you. This is your core, this is your keystone, your foundation. You're going to build out from this. Anyway, it did some really good pieces. And I said, how can I combine language and structure together in one response to hit both elements of the question? Now, this is a super cool piece of advice if you get a question which asks you about language and structure together. And it gave me this one here. The writer uses direct address and a structural shift from general commentary to personal reflection to engage the reader through creating a sense of intimacy and emotional weight. We see this with, and then a quote, it engages the reader because, and it suggests, and it's done a really good piece. Now, I would be close to giving this, it had a really good set of quotes. I would be close to giving this a grade 4 on its own. So it is valuable. And I told it to give me 4 more examples, and I get it to build it up there. And remember, in previous videos, I've shown you how you can just click that button there and you can add photos and files of your extracts and questions, and it will all build that together. So it creates sample answers, which are fantastic. Again, does a few examples. So what I did then, just to kind of capitalize on this, is I said, it's great, thank you. Be sure to say this is great, please, and thank you when you can. And I said, can you do a few more for question 6? Now, question 6 is the evaluation question in Edexcel. So I've given it the framework, yes, but so. Given it a brief overview of the framework, and it's done some amazing pieces. Again, things I can drag and drop, things I can use. and it works really well. Please feel free to pause the videos here to use these when you need to. I did it for 7B, which is our comparing ideas and perspectives. Again, given it the structure and made it work for me. So there we are, giving me tons of examples that work really well. Okay, so don't forget, with the exams coming up, you have to prioritize this revision. Make sure you have these foundation paragraphs memorized. That way, when you get in there, you can just drag and drop them in and build around them. And it's going to take so much mental strain off of you as well. And that's really, really valuable, especially at this time of year. Now, one thing you can consider doing if you're doing any other courses or classes or GCSEs, okay, is again clicking on this plus here, uploading the mark scheme, and giving it more of a sense of what you're doing. Don't forget, ChatGPT can speak many different languages, so if you're studying French or German, Spanish, any of the languages, it can translate that for you, give you that advice you need. It can do mathematical equations now, it can do all sorts of really, really useful stuff. So please use it when you can. Anyway, this is a nice quick video. Many of you will be sitting an exam tomorrow and throughout the week, no doubt. Best of luck to you all, and don't forget to learn to use AI before AI learns to use you.